Uh, so let me, tell you first why these two new channels in these two markets, the Bangla's, being a leader in the Bengal, and we are launching now the Bangla Sonar, and the Kannada being the number one channel for the last 7 years in Karnataka, and we are now launching Z Power. I think the need came from the perspective that today consumer also requires little different kind of stories. Uh, so our idea was that while we didn't want it to alienate our core consumer, which is watching these two channels in respective market, but we wanted to create more offerings for the new age consumer. And when I say new age consumer, doesn't mean youth or younger audience, because today's even an older consumer has evolved in terms of its tastes because of the kind of offerings they have across OTT and other things. So we thought that why not create some stories which also um, become inclusive for this new thought process, even newer generations, and create content which resonates with them. And television, as you know, or television channels, as you know, have a limited space to showcase content. We thought that's new offering from the same brand coming in because we already have the brand love. It will help us to create that, second offering for the same consumer or for a differential consumer and bringing more audience to the pay TV ecosystem. And in turn, helping us that build that pay TV ecosystem, which is fast losing, consumer to the OTT, etc. So I think this is one step because we still believe television is still the biggest platform or the medium through which consumers are getting entertained.
Sir, how are you planning to shape G network?
That's a very, broad question. But as you see in our evolution with the new logo launch, today's Z is something which we want to present it for the today's consumer, resonate Z as a brand to the today's consumer. People should not think that we're a legacy brand, hence we only bring, fuddy-duddy content, but we are now building content which is across platforms. Wherever the consumer is going, we are trying to create a touch point because at heart and first and foremost, we are storytellers. We are creating content now using technology to take that content to every doorstep through various platforms, whether it is OTT, whether it's social media, whether any other video platforms, or for that matter of fact, today now we launched Bullet, through which we're doing even vertical drama. But at the heart of everything, while we shape the whole content offering for every consumer, I would say, the family remains at the heart of it, and we're trying to create content across screens, but for the entire family. And that's how we are shaping the new Z.
Sir, past so many years you were in top like TV network. So what is the success secret?
Success of these, numerous positions have been because of we understand consumer need. We try to go and understand their, mindset. We, sit with families and try to see what is evolving in each household. And from there, we get our stories and our, scripts, etc., to create new storylines and then resonate that with the same consumer because we are trying to understand the trends, how they are emerging, not something depending upon what the old trend is, but actually catching on to the new trends and then creating stories around it. And that has helped the consumer to come back again and watch Z content, whichever platform or whichever channel it is.
So why did you plan to launch other two channels? Because people are nowadays shifting to OTT and everyone are shifting to digitalization.
So as I said, right in the first question itself, that today we thought that there is a other set of consumer which is wanting differential stories, now also getting that offering from the other platform like YouTube or OTT platforms. We thought this news channels will help us create those stories which are more closer to their heart. At the same time, Now these stories are created in a manner that they are platform agnostic. While we'll put it on the, our Power or the Bangla Sonar, this content is created from the lens that it can travel across screens. So it will it will resonate the TV audience, then it will go on to OTT as well and also go to other screens. And everywhere we go, I think the kind of stories we are going to write now for these channels or content which we are going to create is going to resonate across screens.
So Zee Kannada is already leading channel here.
Yes.
In every home, every person watch Zee Kannada only. So why are you introducing another channel to in Karnataka?
So as I said, today there is a certain set of audiences which is watching, and which is a large audience which is watching Zee Kannada, especially in Karnataka. But we thought that why don't we bring those consumers who are sitting outside of it, right? By creating that kind of a content offering which start to compete with actually the other platforms and get those consumers back onto TV screen, create an appointment viewing habit which is actually going away by using other platform where you have content on demand. You can do something on the way, you want to consume on the go, etc. You can do that. You want to consume content as per your own time, you can do that. But to create something, which creates appointment viewing is the biggest and the toughest job today. Because getting all the community together and watch something on television, at one given time, one appointment of time, becomes a very challenging task. Now that is being done already by Zee Kannada for the core consumer which we are addressing. We now want to bring content for those consumers also, and hence actually add the consumer base to the Zee platforms, where we are bringing more and more consumer in and not eating into each other's consumer base.
So audience, what can expect from Zee Power? What are the contents will be expected?
So the content will be fast-paced, limited episodes so that you can, the stories will get over fast. More action-oriented, as in action doesn't mean action, in terms of the storyline, but more action-packed in terms of drama as well. The stories will resonate to the current consumers' thought process. We are getting mostly if you see, most of the TV channels are making content which is more female-oriented. Here where the content will have more men-inclusive, kids inclusive, youth inclusive, so that each family member can sit together and watch this content together. So that's how we are differentiating the content of Zee Power, whether it is non-fiction, whether it is fiction serials, or even bringing movies into the same platform, because there are different consumer needs. So we are trying to address all needs into one channel. Thank you.